Hey y'all, it's your girl Queenbrett. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Please watch the entire video and please follow me on all social media platforms, okay? So yeah, we're about to get into this Tripp Fontane, why he left the show, why he left tonight's conversation to be exact. Now, I'm a big fan of tonight's conversation, but I do know they had like a lot of little issues, hidden issues, you know, behind the scenes or whatever the case may be. So we finna get Tripp Fontane's story of why he decided to leave the show. And honestly, I fuck with Tripp Fontane. Like, he gives some great advice. He could do his own shit. But I know sometimes you want to get on that huge platform so people can notice you, and then branch off. He finna be lit by himself, like, hands down, if he ain't already got his own show, podcast, or whatever. But yeah, let's get into this.
Maria.
Community, I didn't know I could. It's really been an honor to serve in this community. I didn't know I could. That ain't me saying that. That's the people that pull me to the side in the club.
Right.
That's the people that stop me when I'm in the gas station. You done had jobs where you can't stand your fucking boss, but you love the job.
You mentioned tonight's conversation.
For sure.
Super successful podcast. That's how I got hip to you.
Hell yeah.
I was like, damn, who's this brother going viral over there? He's saying a lot of great, damn good stuff. I'm seeing the men and the women fooling what he's saying. And you don't see that often. Right. So I'm seeing this thing take place. We do the interview. And then like a couple months after that, I see an announcement, a post goes up. In this post, I find out that you're exiting this successful podcast, this podcast that not only like positioned you, but like people probably thinking like, why would you leave? You went on to say, it is with heavy heart that I would have to announce my departure from tonight's conversation podcast. In your caption, that's how you started your interview, but in your caption it read, it's been an honor to serve and entertain in this vehicle. To anyone who thought enough of your cousin to tap in, I guess, thank you. See you in the next chapter. Keep up with me over at Tripp After Dark.
For sure.
It's with a heavy heart.
Very.
Was it really that tough to kind of make that decision?
Man, we went on a historical run, my nigga.
Right.
Historical. But the industry will never acknowledge it. I know they won't.
Right.
But most artists, and I don't care who offended by it, most niggas not doing 4,000 a show. Most of these niggas banding together to do their tours. But wasn't no sponsors over at TC. And this just me looking at the whole situation for what it is, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like this me a regional poet who got respect from Illinois to Tennessee. A little work in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And went to go to be one of the most known faces on social media.
Right.
Off of some shit we was doing in person though. Everybody like was more hip to the social media shit, but like I don't think they understand the capacity to which this thing was being done in person.
Yeah, when they started doing their tours and shit.
And I don't think they understand how the industry works. The people that they think are like on don't do 4,000. They do about 1,000, 500 to 1,000, and that's not no shot to anybody. That's just, there's a huge, they don't understand that like classism and class follows through every industry. And I know I'm getting long-winded on this, but what I mean is that there's a huge gap between middle class and upper class, and that exists in the NBA. That everybody on the team doesn't get a $20 million contract.
You're talking about talent tiers.
They're not even talent, payment tiers.
Copy.
Numbers. What I mean is that like, we doing 4,000. Most of your favorite artists, if they're not A-listers, if they're not the Beyoncés, if they're not the J. Coles, they're not, and you not filling arenas, you doing 500.
The gap is that wide.
It's that fucking wide.
Yeah.
And we was climbing as indie. We didn't have no sponsors. It wasn't nobody putting up bread for that. Wasn't nobody stamp on that. Bro, we went on a historical fucking run. Again, all the long win is just to say that like nobody in this short span of time did what the fuck we did. And that's a credit to the motherfuckers that ran shit. That's a credit to us as the talent. That's a credit to Keita Rose. That's a credit to Randy Rosario, to Richie Fontane, to Rico, to motherfucking Mr. Let Go, to goddamn it, SD, to
who's Richie Fontane? They got the same last name.
Kitty, to Trill, bro. That's a credit to the people that made this thing what it was, because we did make it what it was. When we challenged each other, when we argued, the real feuds we had that carried on in front of the curtain, they still made the thing what it was. Man, what we did was historical, bro. I'm not letting nobody take that away from me. So yeah, it was with heavy heart that I walked away from that. You know what I'm saying? These people validated me from my perspective and who I am as a person and what I believe, bro. That's some heavy shit to walk away from.
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine that because, you know, it's like I was shocked, kind of not shocked. Because we got to build kind of our rapport behind the scenes. And I'm like, okay, Tripp clearly is not just going to go with the traditional flow. He's thinking about other things. He's not just sitting back letting things happen. He's also kind of thinking. And so when I seen it, I was more like, damn, okay, he did it. But I wasn't fully like, oh my God. Now, I'm sure some of your fans, though, from that platform were shocked. What was the response?
Is his chain copper? If it is, fuck with it.
You were seeing, did anyone get really mad at you over that decision?
Nah. I already know on the humble. The majority response was on some, it's about time.
Copy.
Like it was about time. There had been a demand for me to step off on my own, or step off with Kitty, or step off with Keita, like, and do something like. And so a lot of people in the comments was on some like, oh man, that's crazy. Like,
I would love to see him with Kitty and Kia. That would be beautiful. Definitely.
I wish you the best, but like the DMs.
Because him and Kitty, he's like the male version and she's like the female version, but she goes a little, I ain't even gonna say she goes a little deeper because he talk about God too and all that. So I feel like him and Keita is like neck to neck. I mean, not Keita, him and Kitty is neck to neck. And Kitty is like a professional, I think I don't want to get it wrong, but I think she's some type of professional like couples counselor or some shit like that. And I mean, I don't think he's a professional, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, don't beat me up in the comments, but he gives professionalism, you feel me, when he talk, and he like, it's real shit too that come, like, it's, man, I just love it. Him, like I said, him and Kitty is like male and female version of each other. And then you got Keita, who's like, you feel me, like us, but still professional, still, you feel me, like in with the time, still, you feel me, like she's the borderline of both, like the professional ghetto. And I love it. I'm here for it. And I don't mean ghetto in a bad way. I mean it in the good way.
It's like, bro, it was about time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's on some, it became very clear the people on the stage that were carrying the show at any one given period. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, hey, dog, your back don't hurt. You've been carrying that motherfucker for a minute. Like, you ought to.
Yeah.
And these ain't even motherfuckers that's hating. These is like people really tapping in. Like, man, you know, you probably could. So that was the response I got as far as the support closer to me. It was about time.
I was gonna ask you, you know, stepping away from any situation of value, because I think the podcast was definitely valuable. Clearly, it was a reason that we all got to know you. However, you felt in your spirit to exit. So I have to ask, like, when do you kind of know it's time to leave a situation? When did you know it was time to leave that?
I knew it was time to leave this. All right, so man, I know I'm about to deviate.
Go ahead.
My situation was not that deep, bruh. That's what everybody had been looking for.
Right.
Is what was don't get me wrong, business got woozy with me.
Okay.
But I didn't have this like oh my God, like, Lord, it was just like, all right, this shit's starting to go a little too far left with the business. Like I'm putting up 30 points a game, fam. I'm not asking for a limousine. I'm not asking for this. I know we a small market team, but nigga, if you need to go out and get some sponsors, you better go out and get some sponsors.
Understood.
I'm putting up 30 points a fucking game,
Right.
10 assists, 12 rebounds, 50 fucking percent from, you know what I'm saying, from
Right.
three.
That's so cute when niggas be using like basketball and football terms for you to understand. You feel me? What they talking about? I get it, my dude. I get it, my guy. I get it.
Before, from the, you know what I'm saying, from the two, like, I'm efficient. I'm not a diva.
Right.
I share the rock.
Right. He for real. He
And
was,
so when certain things started to go left, or I started to get told no on certain things, I'm like, okay, like I get it.
Yeah.
You're not willing to budge. This how you run your situation.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I think my 30 points a game will be appreciated anywhere.
right.
This type of
Anywhere.
clip. I don't have to use drama.
Right.
I don't gotta insult nobody.
Right.
I don't you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, so I'm giving you these quality moments and all this. Bro, I literally, and it's just how I am. It's not that I was doing it for TC, but like, bro, if you would come to a show, any fan that's willing to wait in line for me, bro, at the end of the show, I make sure every single one of them get a picture unless the venue kick us out.
Copy.
Every
Period.
single one of them, bro.
Period.
If they want to meet the fans, when you post this shit, they can vouch for it. I promise you. Every single person that want to meet me, that wait in that line. Now, don't get me wrong. If I got a headache or I'm exhausted afterwards, yeah, I might tell somebody like that. But like, I was on that type time. Nigga, they remember that about your show. It's not just that they remember that about Tripp Fontane. They remember at tonight's conversation, I had such a great experience because.
Of Tripp Fontane.
So it's like, when I got to asking for certain shit that wasn't diva, like, it was just like, all right, bruh, again, am I salty? Sure, but I'm not personally offended to the point where I have to have a revelation to know it's time to go.
That's right.
I see that there's a ceiling here.
Right.
And that's when I knew.
Right.
It ain't, and that's why I was saying, like,
Yeah, when you in any field, like if you at a regular job or you in any type of thing you doing in life to make money, if you don't have that room to grow, and if motherfuckers trying to hold you back and stop you from growing or putting a cap on your growth, yeah, the money you could be making millions of dollars. You could be making $5 million a month. But you want to grow. You want to grow. I ain't even gonna say $5 million. That's just overdoing it. But you could be making a certain amount of money each month. Niggas want to grow. You don't want to keep making that same amount each month. At some point, you're going to start living a certain lifestyle to where you're going to need more. You're going to want more. You're going to require more. People start families and get married and different shit. And it's going to require more. So if somebody got a cap on your growth, then it's time to move along and somewhere where you can elevate. Period, point blank.
we just did the little clip. It ain't always that deep, bro. The writing be on the wall way before things get messy.
That's right.
If the house has already began to burn, then the writing is probably no longer on the wall, is it?
Right.
You feel me? So with me, it was just like, now that I see it's a ceiling here, now that I see that like we kind of got different ideas of my trajectory, it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
What I see myself doing in just the next few years, I don't know if I could accomplish it in this vehicle. And that
Right.
sucks because this is great. It's
Right,
consistent.
right.
But nah, I gotta gamble on myself, man.
Right.
Well, I think that's how things normally go when you think about stars and, you know, groups. And then there's like one or two people that kind of break out of that group to go
Their
off.
own thing, yeah.
It made me kind of think about, and I have to be able to address this because, you know, people want to know. There was some drama that kind of like started spilling onto social media.
Sure.
Right after you exited or before, I don't know. It just felt like you exited, and then we start hearing all this other stuff. Did that stuff that was brewing behind the scenes impact your decision as well?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I ain't gonna sit on here and cap.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You knew something was coming?
I ain't know the depth of the bullshit. I'm not gonna claim I did, bro, because some of the shit I would just hear as he say,
That's
she
right.
say, and I don't get into that, you feel me? A lot of shit I wasn't in the room for. I just knew this person had their problems, this person had their problems, I had my problems, and niggas would trauma bond, you feel me? Niggas would click up, you know, based on who had problems with who. And a lot of that shit I just genuinely wasn't a part of. The only shit I was ever a part of is like, hey, if we band together to press, you know, the company, we could all get our money. And it didn't work. So the extra drama, yeah, I was like, oh.
I really gotta go. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Come on.
I can't do that.
You know what's so...
That's how y'all doing each other. I can't do that.
What's so, you said, you know, it was hard because you guys had a historical run. This is a black production.
Yeah.
Already it's hard to come together and do some stuff. So I'm like, damn, that's just why I don't ever like just...
Bro, the only people white are the people like...
Filming?
Indigo Media, Indigo, the company filming, are the only white people in the audio company. Are the only white people there, and I'm not saying that to single them out or anything, because they steal from our city. You feel me? So like, ups to them. But like, this was really some black shit. Like this, and that's what this not to take up for anything anybody did. Right. This ain't to make right on any bullshit that occurred behind the scenes. Because I said on one of my lives, bro, the same way I ain't said nothing about what was going on with me. I'm not judging nobody for how they handle what was going on with them. I might have my opinion behind the scenes or might agree with this or disagree with that, but that's for me and the people close to me to talk about, you feel me? Right. How somebody else handle the pressure that they applying to another individual, that's on them. You know, yeah, this was a black production, bro. This shit was crazy.
Yeah, like why don't we ever just like be able to ride off to the sunset and like retire and have these long-standing entities?
So the way I described it on one of my lives, man,
I just feel like just like how the black people go through this type of shit, like he said, why we can't just ride off into the sunset? If shit is just going so amazing and shit is good, why not just let it ride despite the little problems and you know, behind the scenes? Don't nobody gotta know about it. The white people go through the same shit. It's just that they don't talk. They don't be really standing up for themselves like the black people do. Black people, you got me fucked up. I'm out. I can do this shit. I can do this on my own. I just feel like we're different. You feel me? You see that? But yeah, I just feel like we're different. So we're gonna say something. If we feel unappreciated, if we feel like we're not getting what we deserve, bitch, I'm out. Period.
And my fault for giving you something that somebody else leaked because niggas was screen recording my whole live and uploaded. But the metaphor I use is like we a small market team. We the Milwaukee Bucks. We got 3 superstars on the team. That's Keita, Randy, and I'll say by the time we hit the road, by the time I even really got there, it was probably like Keita, Randy, and probably Ace for real. Like probably Keita, Randy, Ace was probably the ones that everybody and Richie, everybody came to see. So you got like your big 3, kind of like your 4. This your cap. It's your salary cap. There's no big company in Milwaukee to sponsor the team. Like you know, you kind of reaching to get the sponsors and shit like that. It's your salary cap. Then you got me who come out of nowhere, who was really brought in to be the 6th man. Cause I started out on this like lower tier podcast. It was Relationship 101 before niggas went on the road. It was Relationship 101. It was uncut. That's why I gotta give a big up to Rico and all of them. Cause they made the platform what it was. This shit was built on like Keita shoulders, literally.
Gotcha.
So I end up getting brought up into the mix just cause like I had been a live performer. I had been a trained speaker. I had done TEDx already. So like me on stage, improvisation, like this my bag. regardless of what we talking about.
Right, okay. Tell me something
Then I blow
okay.
up.
Blew the fuck up.
On a rookie contract. Which ain't no problem while I'm on that rookie contract. My 30 points a game, the greatest shit that ever happened to the team while I'm on my rookie contract.
That's right. You had like a Jeremy Lin. Remember when Jeremy Lin was super hot?
Except this wasn't no fluke. So when it come down to rotation, the more minutes you give me, the higher my averages become. Granted, I'm sharing the rock. This means certain people got to fall out the rotation.
Right.
This means that certain people not getting touches the way that they used to. This means that certain people not getting plays designed for them the way that they used to. And it also means that the money gonna get tighter when these renegotiations come around. Now, if my 30 points a game proves to be efficient, and you only got to give me 25 minutes to get there, I don't know if you're going to get them minutes back.
Right.
And I don't know if you're going to get the money you asking for either. He might prove to be a little bit more valuable in the next few seasons. Much more youthful. People don't know who he is yet. Much more marketable because people don't know who he is yet. We can mold him to our program.
Right.
So there was an opportunity in your mind if you were approached with like, hey, we gonna make you the franchise player.
They didn't plan on me being a franchise player.
But if they would have came to you said,
then yeah, probably would have.
Hey, we gonna maybe put this person on the bench, restructure this, and lean into what we see as the data shows.
Yeah, it might have worked out.
But they were trying.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I do think, things happen as they supposed to.
Yeah, and then, when I say writing on the wall, when I say ceiling, and when I say I ain't judging nobody else pressure, when I see that the previous star player, current star player at the time, is not getting what they want.
Understood.
You already know you ain't.
Then it start happening to me, then I'm knowing that the ceiling that I thought was there was real. You tried to alienate this star player the same way you trying to alienate me and make it seem like I'm tripping for asking for some of the shit that I'm asking for. And I don't be doing half the things that this player do. But then the thing is, this player the one that made this a viable team. It's like how D Wade got done. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? I'm the reason you got rings in this motherfucker. The first ring we ever got was because of me and Shaq. Which, no knock to Ace, but like Ace was the Shaq. So it's like, bro, I took you to the chip.
Right.
Then this how y'all do me? I asked you for a few dollars and some help. This how y'all do me? Then the help come and you want to start playing with my PT, my money? Trade me. I'm in the situation. I ain't saying like on some podcast shit, but in the situation, I'm damn near on some Brian shit. But like now, bro, I'm 1 and 2 year contracting with everybody. Ain't no more long term, bro.
Right. Cause that 10, 20-year contract shit, nigga, what? 5, 10, 15, hell, motherfucking no.
So I gotta ask you, because everyone's perspective is gonna be different here. Are you the hero or the villain in this storyline?
Ain't no good guys. So I keep my mouth closed, G. Ain't no good guys. We was all for sale. Can I have a real nigga moment with you?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we was all for sale.
Okay, wait. It's finna get deep. When a real nigga asks, can I have a real nigga moment with you? You know what that means. You grab your popcorn, grab your wine. Let's get it.
Everybody was.
We just waiting for the right opportunity.
We was together for 3 years. If anything that anybody is saying is true, and it seemed like certain people was there for it, then it wasn't enough then in the moment to walk away.
Right.
Everybody was for sale. Eventually, this ain't no shot to where people are standing morally now, because people change. But that's why I'm saying my shit was business. Nigga, I was for sale. Like you said, if they would have approached you properly, it would have, yeah, maybe I'll still be there.
Mm-hmm.
In spite of everything that happened. I'm not finna sit up and cap, nigga, like
Right,
why?
real shit.
Yeah.
I told people when they asked me on my live, I'm not taking the high road, fam. The pressure that I had with niggas, I addressed it in real life. In real life. It's not to say I didn't have no problems.
Right.
They were resolved. The problem that I did not get resolved was getting the money I wanted. I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's not deep. That's business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The deep shit, we got right to it. So I don't need to, there's that. How foul would it be for me? Not everybody else who didn't address their shit. How foul would it be for me to address shit with people, make peace with people, and then
Right.
try to use that to feed the fire on the internet?
Right.
That to me is that's some whole shit.
Yeah.
So like I don't in that regard, I don't got no smoke with niggas. Did niggas try me on the business side? Yes. That's why I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. I appreciate that honest answer. I think anyone can relate to that.
Yeah.
That's why people get new jobs and
Exactly.
you go search, you go on Indeed.com.
And bruh, you done had jobs
Not Indeed.
where you can't stand your fucking boss, but you love the job.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I was working for the post office. Them whack ass supervisors and shit. Boy, I'll tell you. Resigning was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Shit. I reflect. Okay.
He not gonna give you the raise to make it worth putting up with keeping it.
Mm-hmm.
You know you can't let loving the people that you work with or the people that you serving be the reason that you stay at a job to keep you stagnant.
Right.
So you leave with a heavy heart.
Yeah.
Nigga, I love the people. In real life, bro. Scroll back on my page.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the community, bro. That's not fake. That's not an act. It's really been an honor to serve in this community. I didn't know I could. That's some
Sure, you're
earnest
healing
shit,
a
my
lot
nigga.
of people.
For
And
real.
that ain't me saying that. That's the people
them.
that pull me
Yeah,
to the
that's
side in the
us.
club. That's the people that stop me when I'm in the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know I could serve in this capacity, bro. I thought it had to be poetry. I thought it had to be my talents. I didn't know my testimony could do this. Yeah, that hurts to leave. Bro, I'm finna get emotional now, nigga. Bro, my security had to pull me to the bathroom and clear it so I could go cry. My last show, bro.
Damn.
I broke down at my table before they called me up on stage. Bro, this is 3 years because in order to really change somebody else's life, you gotta change yours.
Right.
So I had to find value in myself. Like people like, hey, bro, you better teach them motherfuckers. And it's like, bro, I can't do it if I don't believe it. So they changed the way I see myself, the way I see my value in my own testimony. You feel me? Like, so it's like to be affirmed in this way. You know what I'm saying? To be validated for your humanity, to know that you helping people see the humanity of other black men. By being vulnerable, by being imperfect, by getting it wrong on camera, by recovering on camera. It's just like, damn, nigga, this shit hurts, cuz. It's not that I'm never going to be able to do it again.
Right.
It's not that I'm never going to be able to see it again. It was just like, fuck. We could have. Fuck, if we could have just. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get to that, when you get to the finals. And it's just like, fuck, nigga, we could have won that one. And I know because we didn't. This is it. I know it. And we could have fucking did it. And I had the Keita wasn't at that show. Cause her show, she ended her run before I did, and the people saw it. You feel me? And that's why this shit is bittersweet. It's like we not even ended on a good note, bro. This team, this is gonna be a part of the legacy of this team, and you know people love the tragedy more than they love the championship.
Everybody's gonna be like, look
They're
at
gonna
y'all.
talk about the way we break
drama.
up longer than they talk about what we did.
Right.
Longer than they talk about the people that love Keita for giving them the confidence to be the woman that they always wanted to be. They're going to talk about this shit longer than that.
Right.
They're going to talk about, like, at least that vehicle. Maybe not what the people go to do individually, but like, bro, that vehicle is crazy.
Right.
So yeah, bro, that shit hurt to leave, man.
Okay, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this snippet of Tripp Fontane explaining why he left tonight's conversation. Just his little insight on that. I feel like he made the right choice, and he did it all for the right reasons, of course. And I fuck with it. I know he's very entertaining. He gives great advice. He's educated. He's handsome. He gonna make it, like, regardless. Like, so I mean, I salute to Tripp Fontane. Keep doing you. I'm happy he was able to see what he really brought to the table, to the community, to the world, to everybody. Because, like, it's only a certain few of people that the reason why I clicked to watch tonight's conversation. You feel me? And I always said, you know, I was going to go to one of their shows. But now that he's gone and they're separating and all that, like, I ain't even finna, you feel me? Like, do your own thing. When you start your tour, I'm there. I salute, period. But yeah, if y'all like this video, make sure you like this video, comment on this video, subscribe, share this video, and please turn on post notifications on so you never miss a beat. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.